Right, we're simplifying algebraic fractions, adding and subtracting algebraic fractions. Just before we start, to remind ourselves, if there's a common denominator, then this is the same as 1/5 plus 2/5, which is 3/5 of course, or 1a plus 2a is 3a over 5. So common denominator, we keep the denominator the same and add or subtract the numerators. When the denominators are different, that's when we need a common denominator. Most often it will be the two denominators multiplied together. 5 times 3 is 15, and what we would do is change both fractions to 15ths. Changing from fifths to 15ths, we need to multiply by 3. So what you do to the bottom line, you need to do to the top line, so that you're not changing the fraction. And similarly over here, we'd need to times 3 by 5 to change it to 15ths. So we need to make sure we do the same to the top line to keep the fraction equivalent, which would give us 10a, adding across the top 13a. The denominator remains the same when you're adding or subtracting. Right, so let's go back and try the sheet. I'm adding halves and thirds, so we need a common denominator. We'll change them both to sixths, which means multiplying the first fraction by 3 to the numerator and the denominator, giving me 3a on the top. We'd need to multiply 3 by 2 to give me 6, so same to the top line, 2b. And now adding them together, we're adding sixths, 3a plus 2b, and you can't combine those further because they're unlike terms. Right, next one, we're changing to twelfths, common denominator, top and bottom by 3. This one we'd need to times the denominator by 4 to get twelfths, top and bottom. Just always put the brackets in. Expanding the brackets gives us 4a plus 4. Now we're going to have to be really careful with this one. There's a trap here, and the trap is this minus. So it's really important that we can see the 9a minus 4a is 5a. But what's not so obvious is that now that I actually have minus 4. And we should once again be putting brackets in, and then you can see that that negative gives us a negative 4a, 9a minus 4a is 5a, and the negative times positive 4 gives me negative 4. So there's a couple of traps there to be careful of. Next one, we could use 8 for a denominator, but actually the least common multiple of 2 and 4 is 4. It would be a lot easier if we just simply changed the first fraction, found an equivalent fraction for that one in quarters, giving me 10x plus 2x plus 3. 10x plus 2x is 12x plus 3. Right, we're back to twelfths. We need to be timesing the first fraction by 3, top and bottom. So actually we're only multiplying by 1 because 3 over 3 is 1. We're not changing the fraction because we're multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by 3. So that'll give me 3x plus 3, remembering to put in the brackets. This one will give me 12x minus 16, and we'll put the brackets back in. 3x minus 12x, 3 take away 12 is minus 9x. And now I've got 3 take away minus 16. Once again, there's a trap here if you're not careful. 2 negatives make a plus. 3 plus 16 is plus 19. Remembering that these don't simplify further because they don't have factors. They just have a plus and a minus on the top line. We've already looked at that. Right, changing these to sixths. Timesing by 1. 2 over 2 is 1, so we're not changing the fraction. This one here, putting in the brackets of course. 3x plus 3 5s are 15, and we'll put our brackets back in around that one. 4x minus 3x is 1x, and then we've got minus 15. Right, next one, We're changing to sixths again. So we're timesing by 2. Top and bottom, so we're actually timesing by 1, not changing the fraction. And we need to, combining those, 8x plus 3x, 11x, and we've got minus 2. Number 7. Putting in the brackets, 4x plus 2. Once again, putting in the brackets, 3 5s are 15x, 3 1s are 3. Putting the brackets in again. 4x take away 15x, 4 minus 15 would be minus 11. 2 minus 3, 2 minus positive 3 is minus 1. Using 12ths again, gives me 8x. Putting in the brackets, expanding, gathering up the like terms, 8 plus 6 is 14, and I've got plus 15. And we might run out of a bit of room here, so I'm just going to move it across a bit. Putting in the brackets, 3x plus 21. Putting in the brackets, 2x plus 2. Put in the brackets again if you like, all over 6. Gathering up the like terms, 3x minus 2x is 1x. 21 minus 2 would be plus 19. Number 10. Four x plus 2. 3x minus 15. Another trap in here we need to be careful of. 4x minus 3x is 1x. You don't need the 1. 2 take away minus 15. When you take away a negative, it's the same as adding. So 2 plus 15 is plus 17. And last one, putting it over 10, multiplying by 2 over 2, which is the same as multiplying by 1, so you're not changing the fraction, just making an equivalent one. 15x plus 20. We might need brackets around that. 8x minus 15x, negative 7x, and now I've got minus 20.